Yeah, because their seeding will carry over to their opponent in the next round, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So not just pride on the line, also possibly an easier playoff matchup.
Yeah, and I know Matheus specifically wants a higher seed because he doesn't want to face Nat or Fahrenheit or anything. He kind of wants an easier ride to the semis. So in the top left, we got spawning as the pink Terran from GNR. I think he's in a different line right now, but representing GNR, we've got Dark Void. In the bottom right, as the red Protoss, we got GNR's Matheus. Or Matheus. Either or.
Yeah, so Dark is like a GM level Terran, but I know for sure that he hates playing versus Protoss. That's his worst matchup by far, according to himself. And also, I've beaten him several times when, like, MMR wise, I probably shouldn't be able to. So I know firsthand that it's not his best matchup. So I would say at Matheus's like peak MMR, I think he'd be a favorite. I know he's still in the process of coming back right now, so he's more like 4-4, 4-5. So we'll see exactly how he ends up faring here.
Yeah, Dark usually does have an high MMR, but like you said, he's got some struggles against Protoss, so so there's probably gonna be some problems with the matchup specific stuff, like he might not know how to recognize certain build orders or things like that, but you know, he's still got the mechanics of like what a 5k player, 5-2.
Yeah.
So it's definitely still got a really good chance in the series.
I've got to work on my my energy level, my hype. Mogwai was unsatisfied with my level of hype.
Oh, you're too passive?
Yeah, just my I need to juice up the casting hype. I mean, to be fair though, most of what we've been casting so far is kind of like uneven group stage matches. Maybe it'll naturally get more hype when we get to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we've had some crazy games, but it's like, what, like 3 or 4 out of like 20. So, you know, like it's kind of just like we gotta wait till the matches get more even, like you said. So, no biggie.
Yes. So pretty standard macro openers from either player. Matheus did go for the Reaper wall, which should be pretty nice. Should be able to hide his first tech choice for a little bit, although not if you put it on that pylon right there. So if Dark was really quick, he might have seen Thousand Twilight, but he did just barely peek up there, so it's hard to say for sure.
I think he's gonna go for the scout here. He's not gonna be able to get inside the main because of the wall, but he does see the Twilight. I hope so, at least.
Yeah, for sure he knows now. Oh, he's gonna lose this Reaper.
Yeah, that's the Reaper.
A little unfortunate, but it probably wasn't going to get much else done with the Reaper wall, so this at least frees Matheus up to go across the map. He's not going to be able to get anything done damage-wise because the bunker's already done, the CC's already done, all that, but should be able to shade up the ramp, try to count the number of Marines and things like that, see what might be coming his way. And it looks like that's going to be a Widowmine drop.
Yeah, if Matheus can see what's coming for him, it's gonna be like way more easy to defend this. He is going for Blink, which is pretty good against this kind of style. So in reality, he doesn't need to see stuff here, but it would definitely help. Going for a Robo as well, so it looks like he's gonna go for the I think 2-gate, 3-gate? Yeah, 3-gate Colossus, probably, maybe Disruptors.
Most likely Colossus, but
Yeah.
his Matheus is also kind of, oh, here he does shade in here. He's gonna be able to kill a mule at least, maybe get another SCV, and then shade on out.
Oh,
He does lose one adept. Yeah, I think that's probably worth it for the mule, but he does need to keep at least one unit alive to scout any move outs or anything. And we do have the Widowmine drop coming across here. So there are stalkers in position. 2 stalkers is not enough to kill that medevac before it drops anything, but enough to start putting damage on it at least, and give him a little bit of couple extra seconds notice to react to it.
And it does get spotted. Matheus not really reacting here. Pulls the probes a little bit late. And
Oh, they're clumped. Oh, okay, all right.
some,
That was close.
yeah, that was really close for a while. He is going to lose that one mine. Saves the medevac for now. Blink isn't quite finished yet, so he's not going to be able to catch it. Or actually, the Stalker's in the natural here. No, he's not going to catch it. So a little unfortunate for Dark there. Not the damage he was really looking for, but I mean 3 probes, not terrible. Saves the medevac.
Yeah, the fact that he kept the medevac and 1 mine alive, and he can just park it in that dark space, it's actually pretty valuable because you've got to park like 2 or 3 stalkers on that area of the map just forever, basically until that medevac is gone. Because if you don't, then at any point in time it can come back in here and drop you again. So it looks like a pretty standard Raven push follow-up for Dark. That should be moving out to hit probably with Stim and combat shields, so probably hitting Matheus's base the next minute and a half. His Robotics Bay is, I think, a little slow, but he's getting charged out a little bit faster instead. So if he gets enough Zealots out, he may do well against this.
Yeah, he does get that Robotics Bay a little slower. It could just be a build order. He did go 3 gate before the Robo, so maybe he's just trying to play more Stalker heavy in the beginning at the very least. So when this push comes out, I don't really think he's going to have a Colossus out in time. He hasn't even started it yet, and he is a bit low on gas, so a bit harder to hold this kind of stuff with only gateway units, but you know, if he catches them out on the map and he delays it a bit, then that's his greatest strength here.
Yeah, at this point, it'd probably be more worth it to try to get a Disruptor out or something, because a single Colossus without range... Oh, it's going Colossus, doesn't have range yet. It's not going to be that useful, especially if this Raven gets a disable off, so... A little bit scared from Matheus. He does have shield batteries coming up at the 3rd and the natural, so that will certainly help. And his charge is finished, but he doesn't have that many Zealots. This is going to be a lot of stemmed bio coming through.
Yeah, he's gonna spot it with the Zealot on the bottom left, so he does know it's coming. He does have batteries and a cannon in position. No Colossus yet. It is just about to finish, and the range... Did he even start it? No, he didn't start it.
No, he didn't even start it. Oh,
yeah.
The Raven gets sniped.
Yeah, he gets the Raven, so pretty good for Matheus, but he does lose a lot of Zealots in the process. His Widowmine's doing a lot of splash damage, but... You know, now with the Colossus here, I feel like Dark really can't do anything, and I think he recognizes that. Yeah.
It's going to be really tough to push in any further with the Colossus finish now, and the shield battery, and the fact that there's no Raven to disable the Colossus. So, little miss micro from Dark. He is playing from Singapore. You wonder if that might have played a little bit of the issue of the Raven just flying out front and dying there. But that being said, both players, neither of their macros really been slowed down. So, looks like since that push didn't get totally crushed or anything, we are going to be going into a longer macro game here.
Yeah, that push definitely a little sad for Dark. If he kept that Raven alive, he could have disabled the Colossus, and I feel like the gateway units at the time, not really sure if he could have defended that. There's a lot of bio there, but unfortunately it does get picked off, so looks like he's just going to retreat home for a bit.
It didn't end up doing anything, but he kept all the units alive, so that's important, and that's something that's gonna, he's not in any danger really of dying. One thing that's definitely good against Colossus style is dropping, and he has a lot of bio and medevacs. He could try to do some multi-pronged drop, but I don't tend to see Dark favor that playstyle very much. He tends to prefer straight up engagements, I think.
Yeah, he's not really going for the drops right now, kind of just, getting that big bio ball, which I think against this Colossus style, it's not necessarily weak, but at the same time, the Colossus are slow, and it's kind of hard to move them around. It's kind of hard to split the army up. And Matheus has a really good job, or has done a really good job of putting up observers around the map and Zealots to scout. Get some free poke damage on the 3rd here, but he does have a bunker wall and a tank in place, so he gets kind of shoot away. Matheus now moving out on the map, trying to scout out to see if he could do some damage here. Is going to leave, seeing that there is no 4th.
Yeah, and there's
Or
only a single tank, but it's still hard to fight up the ramp. However, Dark Void's coming out a little bit. Really good force fields here by Matheus. Gonna pick off some of those bio units pretty easily, but now the Zealots are stuck. Vikings trying to do their job. They do take out one Colossus, but there's still two here. That's hard to fight with all the bio against that. Vikings gonna continue trying to shoot down the Colossus. I'm not sure if he should be chasing here with the bio. Yeah, he's gonna break off. Meanwhile, there is the Zealot run by back at the third. Did manage to kill the bunker. This tank is probably going to keep the rest of the third safe overall, though. And yeah, kills a few depots and everything, but still no game-ending damage done for either player.
yeah, looking at the units lost tab, you can see that Matheus did take a pretty good trade there. He did also get some damage off with that Zealot run by. Dark is a bit contained here, which is not very good at the moment. Matheus basically has free reign to take control of the map, and he had a drop in the bottom, but I didn't notice what happened to it. Maybe he brought it home. So really, it's up to Dark to kind of try to push out and, like, I think reduce some of this map control that Matheus has.
Dark has to get a fourth base at some point within the next few minutes, or else he's going to eventually just get worn down here, because Protoss will be able to take the entire map. Another run by into the third. This is going to kill a lot of SCVs, I think.
Yeah, while that's happening, Matheus is moving out to try to deny this fourth base. He does have a pretty good concave with these Colossus. However, there's a lot of Vikings, loses all the Colossus, and suddenly now this army isn't nearly as threatening. There are disruptors on the way, but this fourth base is going to go up. However, the third base, like you said, 17
lot of damage.
SCVs. Yeah, a lot of damage.
Yeah, those Vikings can land and do pretty well against the Stalkers, but they will also all get immediately blown up by those disruptors, so not a great spot. And these Zealots are still not dealt with, by the way.
Yeah, that's a pretty big blow for Dark. So Matheus is going to take a huge economically, both in gas and in minerals here. And Matheus even taking a fifth base behind this, so really solidifying his lead here. Also has a Dark Shrine for, I believe, planetaries, I think, right?
Blink DTs, hopefully, at some point. That's always fun to see. But the good news for Dark is he did manage to get that fourth up. The planetary fortress is finished, and that's going to be pretty hard to bust before we get some Blink DT action or something. And he's still got a pretty strong army supply number. He's getting out Ghosts right now. He's been keeping up with upgrades, so while he has taken damage, he's still got the tools, I think, to take a good fight here at some point and stay in this game. I like the Zealots. Matheus is setting up Zealots on both sides.
Yeah, he's just waiting for something to happen while he's distracted. He's like just outside of the range, yeah.
I'd like to see a couple of mines maybe up at that third.
Or even like a full wall, honestly. That would
yeah.
The number of run bys has happened. It's done a lot of damage, honestly. Looks like he's gonna pick up for a huge Doom drop. That's gigantic. Third base,
this is not going to be scouted, I don't think.
Third base also gets attacked again, though, kind of distracting, but I think it will get dealt with. It's got a good EMP on the army. But this Doom drop, it's just noticed, it's landing at the third base. Matheus' army a little out of position, but the Colossus and the disruptor's coming. Yeah, this is pretty
big
good
disruptor hits.
Yeah, this army's way too small for Dark. I feel like he needs to leave. He does opt to leave, seeing how his army's not strong enough, and escapes with around maybe half, but that's a lot of army lost for, I feel
more
like,
run bys at the third there.
Yeah. These are crazy run bys.
Yeah, he's done so much damage with those run bys. There's been a total of 34 SCVs killed this game. Dark Void's, he's had this bunker here, but most of the game it's been there's not had any units in it, so it's actually not doing him much good at all, really. Now Matheus moving through the middle of the map. He's got an army supply advantage. Oh, and some massive storms right there on both sides of the army. EMP is not coming off fast enough. A couple disruptor shots, and I think this might be the end of the game. GG.